This video we're going to talk about snapping lines. Again, as we had discussed in a much earlier video about tools, we're going to use blue chalk as opposed to, you never want to use red or black as they are indelible. Blue can wash off. I'm going to lay out the center of the log in this instance, and I'll do that on the end of the log and use a level. Very important that when this is being done that nobody touches the log, as the log, we can't have it roll as we put the marks onto it. So I am measuring this end on the horizontal. I've got 14.5. Half of 14 is 7, half of a half is a quarter. I make a tick mark. I'll measure on the vertical. It's 14 3/4. So I'll go 7 3/8. And I do double check those measurements, pulling back the opposite direction. It only takes a second, but you really want to be sure that you don't make such a simple measuring error. I'll use the level. I'll put it on it. I'll draw a vertical line. I'll draw a horizontal line. And I'll repeat the process on the other side of the log. I'll go 7, that's half on the horizontal. On the vertical, it's 14 1/4, so half is 7 1/8. Double check, 7 1/8. That's 7. Draw my vertical line. Draw my horizontal line. Now that I have lines on the end of the log, I can snap with a chalk line. I cut in on the line with my utility knife. And that gives me a place to hook the string to. And although this log is quite short and not maybe the best example of why this is necessary, I recommend getting in the practice of using a straight edge like a level to sight along before you actually snap the line. So I can pull the line out, I can sight along the flat edge of the level, and as I snap it, it snaps it exactly in plane with the line that you're doing. If you're doing a rake cut for a purlin or a ridge, you must snap it along the pitch of the cut. Snapping it horizontal will produce a dip. Snapping it on the vertical would produce a hump. It needs to be in plane with the cut you're making. Also, you should be aware of windy days. If you know the prevalent wind direction, and you're again snapping a log that's maybe 20 some feet long, it's a good idea to snap it with the wind as opposed to across the wind. I've seen wind blow a chalk line off center by up to 3/4 of an inch, which can mess with your layout. One final thing we'll do is we'll do all the cuts we can on one side of the log before we snap the line on the other side. Otherwise, it's needless rolling of the log. So anything I can do on this side, we should do before we snap the other side. And that's snapping.